All right, hopefully we are live once again. We'll give it a couple minutes to have some people filter in. And what we're going to do today is we're going to look at creating a digital product for the parenting niche. So we're just going to wait a couple minutes, let people filter in. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. Just comment hear you or yes or something along those lines, so that I know that I can be heard and seen. So we'll get started in just a moment here. Again, let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me, because I want to make sure that that everything is working. Let's see. All right, so let's see here. Oh, right, great. So we got one person that says yes. Pretty cool. um, Wait a couple more minutes here to filter in. If you have questions, leave them down below in the comment section, and I will be happy to answer them. Let's see here. Great, Henry, you can hear me. Great. If you guys have questions, what we're going to do today is we are going to work on creating digital product for the parenting niche. I'm going to show you a few examples. I'm going to make sure that you guys see that there's so much opportunity out there that you should be excited. You should be excited to wake up and think of a digital product that you could create relatively quickly and sell it to the masses, because there are tons of people out there that need what you know. So today we're just going to look at the parenting niche. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at some keywords. We're going to find some examples of people that are already doing this. Then we're going to come up with a few digital product ideas. And then we're going to talk a little bit about something. Would you recommend ways to get the traffic? I'll answer that at the end, but make sure that you guys, if you have questions, post them. We'll go ahead and I'll make sure that I answer those questions at the end. We'll talk about something called the Digital Product Creation Toolkit and a special offer that I'm offering only for this live stream and for 25 people that get signed up. We'll do the Q&A. So any questions that you have, make sure that you're posting them in the chat, and then we'll just end it for today. But so what I want you guys to understand is that there's so much opportunity out there. Whoops, wrong one. There's so much opportunity out there for digital products, and there's so many ways to find different opportunities and ideas. And so what we're going to do first is let's look at some ideas for digital products. Really simple. I'm going to show you a few different ways. Now, what I'm going to show you, I don't want you to steal ideas. Use this for ideas and inspiration. So for example, like parenting planner. Now, what you can do is start thinking about questions that people are asking, problems that are associated with parenting, problems that are associated maybe with single parenting. Those are all different avenues that you can start thinking about when it comes to creating a digital product that you can monetize. So I just typed in Etsy parenting planner, and you can see that people are creating all sorts of stuff. There's an ADHD planner. There might be a chore chart. That's something that I've sold before. But just start thinking about household planner, parenting toolkit. This is interesting. This is something that anybody could create. But I'm going to tell you, I recommend that you guys do not sell stuff on Etsy. The reason why I don't like Etsy is you don't. Data is almost more important than money. Okay, that sounds crazy, but having the customer's contact information allows you to make much more money over the long term. Whereas if you're only selling on Etsy, it's much more of a challenge to get access to the customer information. It's much more of a challenge to get access to their email and their name. And so there's all sorts of problems with Etsy. I don't want to get into it, but I recommend, great. So Tara, maybe you could help us come up with some keywords that people might be searching. There's all sorts of problems with Etsy. I recommend that you guys, if you want to make the most money and have the most impact and be as successful as possible, I recommend that you sell your own digital products. And there's a number of ways to do it, right? So this is one place to go. Another place you could go is you could go to trends.google.com, right? Etsy is so overpriced that most people groan when you pay. See, Etsy. So when you go to trends.google.com, this is a place where you can find things that are trending right now and over the last few years. For example, it says Jim Hardball. What we could do is we could type in like single parents. Okay. And here we have a few different ideas. We can take a look at the keywords that are popping up with regard to single families. So that can give us some ideas and inspiration. I come to Google Trends if I'm looking for like a content idea. That's how I would use Google Trends for content ideas. Now look at this. How do the offspring of two parents? That's quite the question there. So this is another place that you can go to find ideas and inspiration. What I like to do is I like to, maybe if we're on Google, I could type in something like single parent, hit enter, and now we can start diving deep down the rabbit hole. And one way to do this is looking at questions like people also ask. We can also look at Wikipedia, and what we're looking for on Wikipedia is we're potentially looking for keywords that single parents might be using or questions that single parents might be asking. You might think like, just think of a question or a problem someone might be typing in. Maybe they're a single parent. They might say something like, why does my child have maybe behavior issues? Something like that. Behavior problems. Or they're typing in something like, does being a single parent have an impact on child development? So they're asking questions like this. And so what we can do, and I'm going to show you a few different things that I do to come up with ideas. So we can go to YouTube, and we can even just type in something simple like single parent problems. Okay, so this is good information. We can talk about the emotional stress of single parents. And I spelled single wrong with that time. Behavior problems, clinging to your children. What are some of the symptoms associated with a single parent? And so if we look through here, we can find all sorts of ideas that we could potentially create content. We can also come over here to type in how to parent as a single, how to parent as a single parent. Okay. Now look at this. These are all people that are asking questions and solving problems. 7 effects of growing up with a single parent. We can use this as content ideas. We could take a look at these individual YouTube channels like Focus on Family. We could open up this one right here and look at the videos that they're creating. And now we can look at the most popular over the past 2 weeks, and potentially this could give us some content ideas. We could also go back to Google and type in, what are questions that single parents are asking? Boom, we got a whole bunch of questions that people are asking. And we can create content here. So the first thing that you want to do, we go back here. The first thing that you want to do is you want to identify keywords, because the only way that you can get in front of your target audience is by creating content based on the questions that they're asking. And if you're doing YouTube, if you're doing a blog, it's based on keywords. If you are, let's say you're on TikTok, you can call out that target audience. Hey, if you're a single dad, if you're a single mom and you struggle with this, here's some reasons why, or here's how to fix it. But what we can do, I'm going to show you another way. And this is the power, the benefit of using a paid keyword research tool. What I like to do is I will we'll use this website, for example. So what you can do, and again, the power of a paid keyword research tool is that it speeds things up. We can grab the URL for this web page, and then we can actually paste it into this keyword research tool, and then we can find the keywords that people are asking. Now, this one, of course, doesn't work, but we could find that for other. How do you feel about Core Spaces? It's all the same. It's like Facebook groups. It's like all the other stuff. If you're willing to stick with it, it can work. So look at this one. This web page ranks for over 2,000 keywords. And so now this can help us with our content ideas. This can help us with content creation. And in fact, this can help us find even more ideas, like negative effects of single parenting on a child. This is a potentially really good content idea. But more importantly, we can find other web pages that are talking about single parenting, which could allow us to find more keywords. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to identify keywords. And then once you have those keywords, let me just open up one thing right here. Hopefully I can find it. The next thing that you want to do once you find, okay, great. The keywords, you want to start finding product ideas. Now, I showed you a little bit about product ideas before. Hi, Think, USA Arabic. How are you today? There's a bunch of places you can find ideas. You can look at ideas from individual YouTube channels. So if we found the keyword negative effects of single parenting on a child, if we took that and we put that into YouTube, we can take a look and see maybe if this person has a course, see if there are courses that are being offered. Another thing that you can do is you can go over to a website like Udemy or Udemy, and then we can type in something like parenting. And this, spelled parenting wrong. Parenting. And this is going to give us even more ideas and inspiration for our digital product. Now look at this. Over 2,400 results based on single parenting. Now, again, we're not taking ideas. We're just looking to see and get inspiration, parenting skills to raise responsible, mature children. And then we could even get even more detailed and type in something like single parenting and see if there's courses out there for single parenting. Now start thinking about the opportunities that are out there. We can create a course. We can create like an ebook. We could create a membership, a monthly membership, maybe like a support group for single parents. But look at this. Divorce parenting aid class, prudent parenting for single parents, parenting with EFT tapping practitioner cert. I don't know what that is, but you can see there are still 1,400 results. So this is going to help you get some ideas. In addition, if you really wanted to, you could use ChatGPT and you could say, my niche is, and the reason why I showed you those other things first is because I don't want you just to rely solely on ChatGPT. My niche is helping single parents, helping single parents raise their children. List 20 keywords for this niche. When you hit enter, you get, hopefully you'll get a response. But again, we want to use the tools responsibly. We want to use the tools so that they're just tools. We don't want to rely on it. You don't want ChatGPT to become your entire marketing department, for example. You want to be able to use it for ideas and inspiration. I don't know why this is error in moderation. So that might mean that all right, so we'll do 3.5. And side note, guys, ChatGPT 3.5 is a little bit better than 4. It's a little bit more stable, I find, and it gives better information. So single parenting support, co-parenting, single mom resources, single dad, sole parenting challenges. These are all content ideas. And what I would recommend that you do here is I would recommend that you go further. So like single mom resources, we can copy this. We're going to paste this in, and then you can go through each letter of the alphabet to see what pops up. Another thing that you could do is you could take, if we go back here, look at this, single mom with housing, single mom help with rent, help with car. So you can make a video with like 10 ways to get help with rent if you are a single parent or mom or dad or whatever. Another thing that you could do is you could take this keyword here and we could put it in Answer the Public like this. And this is another free tool that's going to give you a bunch of ideas. Okay. So we've got some keywords. We could even go over to ChatGPT and say, list digital product ideas. Now, before we do that, I want to reiterate again and again and again. Don't just use ChatGPT for everything. Go out there, do the research, because if you just use ChatGPT for everything, you're not going to be knowledgeable when people ask questions. If we look at this, we'll change this to list. That's new. I probably should have did table. Great. So change it to list. We could do all of these different things. These are even more content ideas that you could come up with. I'm not saying that these are good content ideas, but these are content ideas that might spark better and more ideas going forward. Okay, so if we look through there, can single moms get free college? That's a question that people are asking. People are asking all sorts of questions, and you can use this to help you. Okay, so we've got that. We saw that there are course ideas that we could use. We saw that if we go back over to Etsy and we type in like single mom, and then we type in maybe something like planner, like this, and personalized planner, ADHD planners, busy mom planner, mom digital planner, busy mom planner. You can see that people are creating these things that you could essentially create and sell yourself. Okay. One idea that I came up with before this live stream was putting together a single parenting guide with support resources. One of the things that people were asking in Answer the Public was like single mom resources, Texas, for example. And so one thing that you could do is you could put together a little digital product where you put together a resource list of for single moms. And what you may want to do is do it at like a federal level first. So like if you're in the United States, you do it at the federal level and then maybe do the state level if you have time. But you could put together a list of resources for single moms or dads or whatever. And so this is really simple, really easy. Now, one of the frustrating things is if you've never created a digital product before, it feels like it's a big task. It feels like there's a lot going on. And so what I actually did is I put together something called the Digital Product Creation Toolkit that will give you some structure when it comes to putting together your first digital product. And so let me just talk to you real quick about what this is. This is everything that's included with the Digital Product Toolkit. For example, the first thing that pops up here is a value ladder. Now, if you're brand new to digital marketing and making money online, you're probably not familiar with a value ladder. Online whiteboard. And so basically with a value ladder is you are going to create a series of products to offer more value. The more value you provide for someone, the more it's going to cost. And so it looks like a little ladder. Okay. The cool thing is that you don't have to have this ladder figured out. Down here is your free content. So your YouTube, your Facebook, whatever that might be. Up here is that first digital product. So I came up with the idea beforehand to do a single parenting guide with support resources. So helping people maybe raise their kids, how to talk about the different challenges at different age groups. So paste that in. Oh, man. And so you can actually create that. That would actually be a pretty cool thing to create. You could create a like a guide to help parents at different milestones, how to raise teenagers as a single parent, because that's pretty intense. And so you can create this first digital product here, and then you can price it at a lower level. So, 7, 17, 27, depending on how in-depth it is. The cool thing with your, and I'm just going to put $7 here. The cool thing with your value ladder is that you don't have to have all of this stuff figured out yet. Your target audience will help you. So the people that buy this thing, they're going to come back to you and say, hey, Tara or Tara, thank you for creating the single parenting guide, but I'm still running into issues. Maybe I'm running into the guide was a very great overview, but what about two kids or 3 kids, or entering the stepdad or stepmom into the mix? And so you can start adding products based on the feedback that you get. And what I recommend that you do is you follow up with the buyers of this, ask them, hey, how did it go? Do you have any questions? How else can I help you? And they're going to respond, thanks, this is what I need next. They tell you what they need, you go build it, and then you sell that to them, and then you can make more money. Does this make sense so far? Let me know in the comment section if this makes sense. Now, again, the digital product doesn't have to be all figured out. Down here, we've got 0. Up here, we have 2K plus. And usually the 2K plus is going to be like one-on-one coaching. It can be a mastermind. It doesn't have to be all figured out today. It's something that you can plan on. You can make a rough outline, and that's really the benefit of this value ladder. It gives you an overview, an outline, an example to use with the pricing. And so this will help you with that. The next thing that we have included in the digital product toolkit is the product plan template. And this will actually help you plan out your product easier. Okay. One of the problems that you run into when you are creating your first digital product is you make the product too big. And the bigger the product gets, the lower the likelihood that you'll actually complete the product. I know it's something that I ran into multiple times. I ran into an issue where I wanted to add so much value and add so much information that it quickly got overwhelming. What I ultimately recommend that you do is create your first digital product in a weekend. Also, to remember that your digital product doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. Okay. So make a version 1, get it out this weekend or, the upcoming weekend. And then the next step is to make a version 2 and then a version 3 if need be. But the worst thing that you can do is make your digital product too big. Each of your digital products should solve a specific problem. Like this digital product, single parenting guide with support resources. It doesn't help people raise kids that are between the ages of 13 and 18. It's a guide. It's an overview. It's a helpful overview, but it's a guide nonetheless. And so let me just build this out real quick. So this is why I like digital products. Let me undo that because I didn't like that. This is why I like digital products, and this is the power of digital products. Okay. At this level, let's assume that you have a following of, let's say 10,000 people. You don't need a large following to do this, but let's just say you have a following of 10,000 people, right? 10,000 people are seeing your free content, whether it's on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, wherever it is, right? Out of those 10,000 people, let's say, I don't know, let's say 25% of those people buy your $7 product. So 25%, that's a high number, but we'll say 25% of 10,000 That comes out to let's do 10. That's too high. Let's say 10%. That's a better number. Let's say 10% of the people, and that comes out to 1,000. Okay. So if we just do the math here, we'll say 1,000 people buy your digital product at $7. That equals $7,000, right? Simple math. Okay. Let's assume next that out of those 7,000 people, 10% decide to buy your next thing on your value ladder. Now you could price this next thing at, let's say, $97. Let's be conservative. And 10% buy, right? Hopefully you're able to see 10%. So let's say 100 people buy your $97 product, right? $97. That comes out to 970 0, right? So make sure my math is honest. So hopefully you guys are starting to see the value of a value ladder, right? The next level, again, we could do maybe 10%, but this product is going to be $497. And again, the numbers can change depending on what you feel comfortable charging. But let's assume 10%. So maybe let's do 10 people times $497 because you're offering more value. Maybe you're offering a group coaching. Maybe you're offering a membership or something like that. That comes out to $4,970, right? And then one person says, I want to work with you one-on-one to make sure that I raise my kid to be a productive human. And that one you charge $497, $4,970, $4,097, we'll say. Whoops. Are you guys, is this making sense to you guys? Do you guys understand what I'm doing here? What you'll realize is that at each level, you're going to lose people, but at each level, you provide more value. And so if you just did the math here, you could see how you can earn a full-time income with a simple digital product. Guys, let me know if this is making sense. Anyway, if we go back over here, another challenge that a lot of people have is creating a sales page that will, get people to buy. Okay, there's a certain format, certain way that you create your sales page to entice your audience. Okay, you've got to remember that there are different types of buyers, and so essentially you're going to create your sales page so that you attract the various types of buyers. And again, this is included in the digital product creation toolkit. But as you can see, there's all sorts of stuff that's included. I also included a 10-day product launch timeline. So this will keep you on track, letting you know exactly what you should be doing each day of the week to make sure that you get it launched appropriately. Again, one of the biggest challenges that people have, especially when it comes to their first digital product, is they just simply make it too big and it involves too much. You're welcome, Speak 20. And so if you look at this, these are all tools that help you. Another question that a lot of people have is what to price, how to price. Because most often, you guys, and I'm guilty of this too, most people will undervalue their product. They undervalue the product because they think what they know is common knowledge, and it isn't. And people are willing to pay you to learn what you already know. And you got to remember that you don't have to be an expert. You just need to be 1 or 2 steps ahead. So if you spent time as a single parent, you've raised kids and they've made it to college, and you understand what to look for, you could actually create something. Another very important thing is how your digital product is packaged. Okay. One thing that you've got to understand is people, that's how you get people to buy stuff. And it's really simple. People have to feel like they're on the right side of the value equation. And what do I mean by that? Basically, what I mean is whenever someone goes to buy something, they have to feel like they are getting more value than what they paid for or what they're paying for. To put that in perspective, let's say this Gatorade, this empty Gatorade bottle. I have to feel, in order for me to pull the trigger, most of the time I have to feel like the value contained in this Gatorade is more than the cost of it. When you go to get a haircut, when you go to, when you buy clothes, when you buy like this Nike shirt, hi, yes, how's it going? When you buy this Nike shirt, which has this little ridge in the front, which is weird, you have to feel like the value of the Nike shirt is more than the price, or else people won't buy. And so that's part of packaging. If you want to make sure that you are getting as many buyers as you want to make sure that people feel that other people call it irresistible offer, but in reality, people have to feel like they are getting more than what they're paying. So like another really good example is like McDonald's has 2 Big Macs for the price of one. Everyone understands the regular price of a Big Mac is $4 or $5. However, I'm getting a second one for the same price. Now, a lot of people get confused, and this happens across multiple industries. A lot of people get confused because they understood what it took to go into that digital product. They understand what it takes to make the good, the cost of the good sold. For example, it may cost McDonald's $1.50 to make a Big Mac. McDonald's doesn't tell you what it costs to make a Big Mac. McDonald's tells you what it costs, the price of the Big Mac. And so you have to make a decision. Am I getting more? So is the Big Mac of higher value than the money that I'm exchanging for it? And so make sure that you have the right mindset when you are creating your digital product. And that goes into underpricing what it's worth. Okay. So let's keep going. Another thing that we've got here in the toolkit, the idea generation. This will actually help you come up with ideas. And each one of these, each one of these folders or documents, they're like intense. They are filled with information. It's not just 1 or 2 pages. These are designed to help you. And the other thing that I want you to realize is that this isn't a course. This is actionable stuff. You're going to put in this information so that you can create something great, something amazing for your target audience. Now, even though today we're talking about parenting, this toolkit is designed for any niche. It'll help anybody. It'll help everybody. In here, I talk a little bit more about putting together an irresistible offer. That's basically what I was alluding to a little bit before. And this is all designed to help you create and sell your first digital product so that you can have a successful launch. Now, what you'll need to do ultimately is you'll still need to market your digital product. And when we are looking for keywords, that's how we market it. We find out the questions that people are asking. We find out the problems that they're having, the symptoms that they're experiencing, like a kid misbehaving in school, a kid that was doing great in school, and then the parents got a divorce, and all of a sudden he's misbehaving. That's a symptom of the issue. But anyway, I put this together, again, designed to help you guys grow your business, help you create your first digital product seamlessly. And again, this isn't a course. There isn't a course associated with it. It's really a workbook so that you can progress through it. One of the biggest problems with courses that are out there is that courses tell you what to do and how to think. And the way that the original creator of the course thinks very differently than you do. And so it kind of puts you in a box. It forces you to think one way, and that one way might not be the best way for your target audience or the best way that you think. And so it's really important that you find stuff that is going to engage you in your mind in the way that you think, so that you can create the best digital product out there. So anyway, as I've mentioned, this complete toolkit is really designed to help you out. I've actually put together a little bit of a discount, a 60% discount for the next 25 customers. And this is the discount code. I'll put it in the description. If you are interested in creating your first digital product quickly, that's the discount code. I'll put a link to the sales page. 60% off for the next 25 customers only. But really, this is designed to help you build your online business. You get all the tools, all the resources, everything that you need to get up and running. Let's see. Get rid of that. I should have fixed that. Anyway, any questions? Let's go ahead and take some questions. Like I said, we'll do a Q&A here. Again, that's a special offer, 60% off of the regular original price. There were a couple questions that I'm going to go ahead and get to real quick. What would be your most recommended way to get the traffic for the digital products by Henry? And that really all depends. It depends on where your target audience is. Okay. It all works, but you have to create content, whether it's free or paid. You have to create content where your target audience is hanging out. Okay. And that's going to be part of the research that you need to do. You could create the best digital product in the world. Let's say you create a digital product for senior citizens and you want to help them with term life insurance. That is a perfect digital product that you create. However, if you create it on, I don't know, Twitter, where they're not hanging out, and you're creating content on Twitter where they're not hanging out, it's not going to be helpful. So one of the things that you need to identify is you need to identify where they're hanging out. Where are they asking questions? You know, are they on Google? Are they on YouTube? Are they on TikTok? So it really all depends on where they are. Let's see. How do I feel about Core Spaces? Core Spaces is just like Facebook groups. It's really all the same. There's good, there's bad, there's, you know, it is what it is. But any other questions? And again, the discount code is for the next 25 customers only. If you're seeing this on the replay, it won't work, but you could definitely give it a try. And you get all of this instant access. You enter in your contact information, you sign up, boom, you get access to it. It's $10. The normal price is $27, I believe. But it's $10 for the next 25 people interested in launching their first digital product with actionable guides and information. Again, the biggest problem with courses is courses teach you how to think, but they don't give you the flexibility to create and be innovative for your space, because that course creator knows how to create courses to help you with digital products, but that course creator might not know how to help you create a digital product for the parenting space. And those are two different thoughts and ideas. Any questions for me today? Now, you might be saying, will this work for my niche? And the answer is yes. I have created digital products for the chore. I've created chore charts. I've created all sorts of stuff out there designed to help people sell digital products. Like I said, I used Facebook ads for a chore planners. It was a bundle that I sold. And I sold it to parents that had kids between the ages of like 3 and 15. And I used the exact same format. But again, I knew that the target audience, my target audience for that was moms, and or yeah, it was parents and moms, and I knew they hung out on Facebook, so I was able to run Facebook ads directly to it, and then I was able to get their information so that I could sell them potentially more stuff on the back end. Any questions for me? I ran out of gas. You post this like every week. I just seen your live, but 30 minutes is live going on to be viewable after. Yeah, Rob. The Rob the live will be available later. The replay will be available. Can I delete this? Yeah, I think I just deleted it. Anyway, yeah, it's man. I can't even say what I really want to say. Anyway, any other questions? So Rob said, will the replay be available later? The answer is yes. But I encourage you guys, if you are looking to start an online business, you're looking to sell a digital product, this is the best way to go. Okay? This is the most straightforward way to go. It will give you actionable information. It'll allow you to create the digital product that you want and need. And it's not a course. One of the most important things is that it is not a course. How long have I been on? About 41 minutes. Not too bad. Any other questions? Let's see. Someone says, what does common sense mean to you? It's a really funny way to start the conversation. Can I create an ebook with just using a phone, or do I need a laptop? It's a great question. I would recommend that you have a laptop. I'm sure you could create an ebook using Canva on just your phone, but if you have access to a laptop, use that. It's just for me, and maybe it's just because my age, but I find it much easier to create stuff on a computer or laptop. But if you are comfortable and experienced and you don't have bad eyes like I do, you could use a phone, a smartphone. It's just a pain for me, I find. Let's see. Any other questions? One thing that you could do is, at least here in our local library, you can use the library resources for free. Now, I don't know if that's available all over the world. I just know that here in the US, our local libraries allow us to do stuff for free, like have access to Word and stuff like that. So that might be an opportunity for you. Any other questions for me today? Like I said, the discount's only available for the first 25 new customers. So if you are looking to take advantage of the 60% discount, you might want to get on that ASAP because it will be going away. It's actually going to be going away pretty quickly. It'll be gone by tonight. I can guarantee you. It'll probably be gone within the next 2 hours as more people start watching this live stream. All right, so we'll delete that. Any other questions about creating and selling your first digital product? Now, again, you should create your first digital product in a weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Anything longer than that is too long because it'll become too big and bloated and it won't solve a problem. One thing that you want to make sure that you're doing is creating digital products to solve a specific problem. Don't just create one to solve every problem because then it becomes too big and then it's just not worth it. Okay. All right. So that is all I have for you guys today. One last call for questions. If you have them, I'd be happy to answer them. If not, thank you guys for hopping on. Thank you guys for taking the time out of the day, out of your day to talk with me about digital product creation. You guys have a great night. And